Okay, I'll now call to order this regular meeting of the Jersey City Historic Preservation Commission. It is April 14th, 2025. The time is 6:33.
Please be advised that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the notice of the time, date, and place of this regularly scheduled meeting of the Jersey City Historic Preservation Commission has been sent to the Bergen Record and Ellis Basilito on Friday, April 11th, 2025. The same notice has been sent to the city clerk for posting on the bulletin board outside the clerk's office in City Hall and on the Jersey City website. I have proof of this notice in evidence, if we can mark this as B1. Awesome. We will now move on to a roll call attendance. Commissioner Garriga,
Present.
Commissioner Sandkamp,
Here.
Commissioner Sakong,
Here.
Commissioner Cronin,
Present.
Commissioners Gunther, Blazak, and Vice Chair Gucciardo are all absent. And lastly, Chair Gordon.
Present.
Staff notes there are 5 commissioners present this evening. 5 affirmative votes are required for a certificate of appropriateness. And next up on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the March 10th, 2025 regular HPC meeting. Are there any questions or corrections to the minutes? Okay. Since there are no corrections or changes, staff recommends making a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm all out of sorts. We have to do a roll call vote for minutes. Sorry, guys. So that was Tony that made the motion, and then Daniel that.
I actually cannot vote on that. I wasn't at that meeting, and I didn't review them, and because I wasn't at the meeting, I can't vote on it.
Okay. Do we have a new? You had made the motion, right? Or did?
Yes,
Okay. So can we have?
I think I can make the motion. I just can't vote on it. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Jonathan?
Do you want me to withdraw my motion? I'll withdraw my motion.
I could sub my motion in for him.
Okay, Corey. So we're going to do a roll call vote. Commissioner Garriga,
Aye.
Commissioner Sam Kemp, you're going to
I'm going to abstain.
abstain. Okay. Commissioner Sakong,
Also abstain for the same reason.
Commissioner Cronin,
Aye.
Chair Gordon.
Aye.
So we have 3 votes in favor, no against, 2 abstentions. The minutes from March 10th, 2025 HPC meeting are approved. For correspondence, all copies of correspondence and all application materials are linked on the agenda through their application numbers. Moving on to announcements, staff has 2 announcements tonight. Item 9A, case H24-0248, 24 Bright Street, has elected to carry to the May 19th, 2025 regular HPC meeting. And then item 11B, demolition review case B25-0270, 216 First Street, has withdrawn their application. If there are any members of the public who would like to speak regarding matters of historic preservation that are not listed on tonight's agenda, please approach the public comment mic. Again, this is for matters that are not on tonight's agenda. Okay, and just one moment. If we could have a motion to open public comment.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and just so I can quickly go through the rules for this. So procedure, first, our court reporter will swear you in. After you state and spell your full name and provide your address for the record, all members of the public will have 5 minutes to address the commission. Staff will indicate when the timer begins and ends, and staff reminds any members of the public that any questions should be addressed to the HPC chair, who will then relay it to the appropriate person following the completion of public comment. First up, Oh, sorry. If you there's a little switch. Just switch it up.
Oh, okay.
Raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And your full name and address.
Chelsea Castro, CHELSEA, CASTRO, at 146 Kensington Avenue.
146 what?
Kensington Avenue. Sorry. Yes, I will actually just hold this. Hi, Historic Preservation Commission. My name is Chelsea Castro. I'm the Vice President of the Jersey City Landmarks Conservancy. I come just to note a few things. This is firstly a reminder that the Jersey City Landmarks Conservancy, in partnership with the Embankment Coalition, will be holding a mayoral forum on May 4th. This is a Sunday. Doors open at 3. The program starts promptly at 3:30. 5 of the 6 candidates that have announced will be in attendance. Additionally, the JCLC appreciates our growing relationship with the Historic Preservation Office. If bandwidth allows, we would love if the office did public outreach to further implement the Historic Preservation Master Plan. And as a partner org listed on the plan, the JCLC would love to collaborate in such preservation matters and grants. Maybe a public Zoom workshop on how to designate your home. We also want to see the powerhouse saved. Can you share the status? What can be done at this time? Additionally, number 4, are you aware of any updates regarding Sacred Heart Church with the smashing of the stained glass window in August 20? Oh yeah, sorry. Great. Number 4, are you aware of any updates regarding Sacred Heart Church? With the smashing of the stained glass window in August 2024, the additional damage a few months ago, and the fact that the building is not landmarked, this Gothic beauty is extremely vulnerable. We would like to see it preserved and protected. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you. I personally don't have any updates for either of those. I'm not aware of anything at the moment. But
Mr. Eden?
what was that?
Mr. Eden, do you have any updates? Powerhouse, maybe?
No, I do not have any updates.
Swear in staff first.
Okay, sounds good.
We typically don't swear in
Usually
staff
don't.
because we don't have licenses.
So, I swear and affirm that I do not have any further knowledge at this time.
Should we?
What?
Like, should we have knowledge of that?
No.
Like, is there some reason? Okay.
No, I don't. If there is, staff is not aware of any reason.
Sure.
Again, we will most likely, when we receive the court reporter's record, we'll go through it, and if there is anything that we can respond with, we will report to the next commission meeting.
Okay. Any other members of the public wishing to speak? Okay, I don't see any. Staff recommends a motion to close public comment.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Robert, if you would like to call the first case.
Yep. So moving to new business, I'll call case H-24-0412. The applicant is Patrick Conlon, Esquire. Applicant on behalf of Chris Warren, owner. The address is 277 York Street, Unit 501. This is in the Van Voorst Park Historic District. The application is for a certificate of appropriateness for a proposed roof deck at an altered, key contributing neo-Grec tenement built circa 1860 in the Van Voorst Park Historic District.
Good evening. My name is Patrick Conlon. I'm with the firm Scrinsey & Hollenbeck. I'm representing Chris and Jeanette Warren, who are the owners of, as you say, 277 York Street. It's right on the corner of York and Barrow. It's in the historic district. We are proposing, or we're seeking a certificate of appropriateness for a roof deck. So this building's it's a condo building that was converted to condominiums in 2010. We were not involved with the development, don't know the developer, but it seems they got site plan approval, and as part of that approval, there were roof decks shown on the plan. In speaking with staff, it seems they never went and got historic approval, so we're hoping to obtain, a certificate of appropriateness so that we can go forward with building that deck and hopefully enjoying nice weather like there is today. So I've got one witness here. It's Frederick Cook of Frederick Cook Architecture, LLC, who can kind of walk you through the project and hopefully answer any questions that you have. Fred?
You would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely.
And state and spell your full name, please.
My name is Frederick Cook, Frederick, Cooke.
Mr. Cook, if you wouldn't mind just giving the board the benefit of your qualifications tonight.
Yes, I'm a licensed architect in New Jersey and New York. I graduated with a degree, master's degree in architecture from Yale University. I taught at NJIT for many years. And I've spoken before this board a couple of times.
Great. Staff recommends that Chair accept Mr. Cook's qualifications as an expert in the field of architecture.
Accepted.
So, Fred, if you could just kind of give them a little bit of an overview of where the proposed deck will be situated and.
The plans. I think you guys have seen most of these. Do I have to stand near this as well? Can't quite. I think you guys have seen these. We have showing an existing roof plan here with a small deck shown in the middle of the new roof adjacent to the existing stair tower. What was approved back in 2010 was two smaller decks. We're basically merging those two square footages and pushing them closer together and further from the edge of the roof. What this does is allows us to put a 42-inch railing around the whole thing with a full 12-inch clearance underneath, so that.
Sorry to cut you off, Mr. Cook. Would it be possible to get that up on the screen if the applicant can't?
Yes.
Maybe staff
Yeah,
could.
sorry, I'm a little Luddite.
I simply can't see it from
Oh,
here.
I thought you guys had them. You know, I just gave you that one. I was told you had all of this.
If you wanted to, you could pull it up on your iPad. The plans are uploaded on the data portal, but I can also try to pull them up.
Yeah, I'll do that as well, but it's very slow.
Yes. Do we have enough plans that we can?
I only brought. I was going to say I brought 3 small sets, but I'm not sure that's enough.
Those 3, those are just not all together. I guess we don't need to mark this as an exhibit because it's.
I'll take one.
Would that be accurate?
Correct.
And actually, I cannot pull up the plans on the laptop. I'm getting a notification that I have to create an account now to do a systems upgrade.
I'm not sure on that one.
Would it be helpful if we moved the easel a little closer?
No, the physical copy is good. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
this is why I bring backups. Anyway, I apologize for going so quickly. The goal was to make a deck that could have the full 42-inch parapet height wall while also not being visible from the street at any location. So it's very centered in the middle here. It gives the owner enough space to do something nice on his deck without imposing on the community itself in any way. The case in point is the renderings on the other side, which we also handed out. You'll see the existing photographs in the small picture. The larger picture shows a rendering of how you would not see the deck, as opposed to how you would see the deck. And it really is not visible from anywhere that's reasonable to see it from. I think if you walked all the way to the kill, you might be able to see it, like, just a little bit.
Okay, so basically for an average height person, anywhere that the deck will not be visible, the
It's not,
wall's
yeah.
going to be in the way. That's correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And could
Actually,
you just,
no, for a 6-foot-tall person, which is not average height, but that's what they require.
Okay, got it, that's right.
6'1".
Let the
Oh,
record
shoot.
reflect.
You're not average either.
Yeah. You're going to find a shorter measuring stick one day. And then can you also just walk the board through the materials you're proposing? I know they're.
Yeah, the
basic.
materials we're proposing, and as I said, we don't actually, you can't see them, but it's a hardwood deck, and then we're going to use a fiber reinforced concrete hardwood deck and a fiber reinforced concrete railing that's going to be built as a planter. And the idea behind using the concrete was so that the color of it would disappear into the sky if you could see it. So the color of the concrete in the sky will be somewhat similar because it'll absorb those colors. I don't think you'll see it anyway, but
And that concludes our presentation. We're happy to take any questions that you have.
I do apologize. I'm trying to pull it up. Tyler is not working at the moment, which is the online permitting portal that we use. I can't say. Does the commission have any questions in the meantime?
their job.
I know this is a little.
I was also having
I would also believe that. Let's see.
So where is there visibility with the hypothetical 6'1" individual? I didn't catch it.
So if you walk a half a block past Brand, 3.5 blocks away, you might see the top 4 inches. That's the hypothetical. If you were 6'1", but within 2 or 3 blocks, no.
And was there a bulkhead with a door or?
There's an existing bulkhead, which is actually 7 feet taller than the deck, and you can't see the bulkhead either.
And there's no changes to the bulkhead proposed?
No, no changes to the bulkhead. It is what it is.
Okay, thank you.
And just one, would you say this is similar to decks in the area that you've seen any other, worked on any other projects in this area?
I actually haven't done a deck in the historic district before. I have not done a deck in the historic district before, but the ones I've seen, yes, this is similar.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
You said earlier that there were originally 2 decks. Did that go before us?
So the drawings that were approved for construction and were approved by zoning in 2009 or 2010 show 2 decks.
Yep.
That I'm not sure if they were ever built. They weren't there when we got there.
Okay.
I've
But they
worked
were-
with staff, and we did look into it because I thought there was a possibility that it had been approved by this board, but it was not. They were never constructed.
Okay.
They're shown on the master deed documents, but no deck has ever existed, at least since
Right.
2010. I don't know about.
They're also shown the construction permit drawings. So at some point, somebody said, okay.
Okay.
But they didn't get built, so.
That was you answered
Yeah.
the question. Thank you.
Any additional questions? Okay, if there are no additional questions, we could move on to public comment. If we have a motion to open public comment,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any members of the public that would wish to speak regarding this application? Staff sees no members of the public and makes a recommendation to a motion to close public comment.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. With that, we'll move on to staff comments. I'm still trying to pull up these plans. It is loading, but very slowly. For staff, as Patrick had mentioned, this is a pretty straightforward roof deck application. The property is in the Van Voorst Historic Park District, and it is very similar to, very consistent with most roof decks we see throughout the historic districts. The existing bulkhead is not visible. We do generally state from a 6 or 6'1" person, and from across the street, it will not be visible. Due to that, this really matches the block paradigm, the development patterns of the area. So in HPC staff's opinion, the project as proposed will not cause an adverse effect on the character and or integrity of the historic resources or the Van Voorst Park Historic District. As such, HPC staff recommends approval of a certificate of appropriateness with the following conditions. And these are pretty much our standard conditions. The 2 unusual ones are the ones that we always put on roof deck applications. All proposed light fixtures shall be downcast in nature, and no portion of the roof deck and or accessories shall be visible from the public right of way. If any portion of the roof deck and or accessories is visible, this approval shall be considered null and void. Patrick, does your applicant accept those?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. So again, staff's recommendation is for this evening is a motion to approve the COA with conditions as read into the record and in the staff report.
I'll make a motion to approve with conditions.
And I will say, just so that the record reflects, that there's like a lot of confusion about being able to look at the materials or not, but the applicant provided the materials to the commission and the commission reviewed them.
Awesome.
I'll second it.
So that
Tony's
was
motion.
Tony and Corey. I'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Griga,
Aye.
Commissioner Sandkamp,
Aye.
Commissioner Sakong,
Aye.
Commissioner Cronin,
Aye.
and Chair Gordon.
Aye.
There are 5 in favor, no against, no abstentions. The certificate of appropriateness with conditions is approved.
Thank you all for your time.
Right there.
Able to pull that up. Moving on to tabled cases, this is Dan's application. I don't know if Dan has any updates for us regarding 172 Belmont Ave.
I am still awaiting the submission of further documents from the applicant. The contractor has been asked to provide us at least with photographs that have been marked up to show which materials he plans to use and where. I think that that is the most basic minimum of what we can require, and we still do not have any updates for that.
And then we can move on to demos.
Okay, so with that, I'll be calling 892 Summit Avenue. This is B-24-2478, previously carried from the March 10th, 2025 regular HPC meeting.
So I'm just going to pull up. Can you guys see on your daises what's on my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Great. I don't know why the TVs are not working for some reason. I'm not sure why that is.
OnlyFans.
Okay, well, I'm not sure why it's not pulling up on the two TVs, but interesting. So for this demo case, this is 892 Summit Ave. I've pulled up the memo, as well as just to kind of get our bearings on where we are. This is Summit Ave between Sherman Place and Manhattan Ave. And I have also pulled up a photo for the commission to see. Bless you. So looking at the building, and as stated in our memo to the commission, this building is a contributing element to the eligible Sherman Place Residential Historic District. It really maintains quite a bit of integrity of location, setting, and design, as well as feeling and association. There's been somewhat diminished integrity of materials and workmanship. However, it retains the characteristic asymmetrical massing, as well as roof lines, window patterns, and tower. So in staff's opinion, the property does possess historical significance and integrity that prevents its demolition. And if you'd like to see as well, just for comparison, this is the 1938 tax card photo. Just to pull up the photo again. Does the commission have any questions or comments regarding this?
Is that vinyl on there or is that aluminum?
I think it's aluminum. I'm trying to see if we call it out in the staff report as well as specifically aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see anything that specifically calls that as. Oh yeah, aluminum siding. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so it's a unoriginal aluminum siding that was added later. Again, a lot of the exterior materials have been replaced as you can see in the historic photo, the 1938 tax card photo, used to have kind of a pediment as well as a little porched entry, a cornice line. A lot of those have been removed, but again, you have the historical massing, and unfortunately, we don't have a good photograph of the properties next door. Pull it up on Google Street View, but this block does retain a lot of historic integrity. Turn it around. So you have this row of very similar properties. That's not loading super well, but you can see it kind of fits into the row, and staff's opinion is if this one is demolished, you lose a lot of that integrity being mid-row between these other properties. So staff recommends a motion to prepare a resolution recommending denial of the demolition application to the zoning officer.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, so we have Tony and Corey. And I'm going to do a roll call vote. Commissioner Garriga,
I'm voting aye to not. Okay. Aye.
so the motion would be to prepare a resolution recommending denial of the demolition application to the zoning officer. So
Aye.
aye. Great, Joe. Tony, Commissioner Zankamp,
Aye.
Commissioner Sakong. Commissioner Cronin
Aye.
and Chair Gordon.
Aye.
There are 5 votes in favor, 0 against, 0 abstentions. The motion passes. Okay, and if we continue on down the agenda, we then have the election of the Commission's executive officers. Last meeting, the committee put forward Commissioner Garriga as chair, Commissioner Cronin as vice chair, and me as secretary.
I think it's switched.
Switched?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
They don't want to throw me to the lions first, so that's good.
So chair, vice chair. So, okay. So
And
Commissioner Cronin as chair, Commissioner Garriga as vice chair, and me as secretary for a 1-year term. Does anyone have any questions regarding officers? If so, we can discuss. If not, then staff recommends a motion to elect Commissioner Garriga as vice chair, Commissioner Cronin as chair, and Michael Akimov as secretary for a 1-year term.
I'll make the motion.
Okay. So we got a motion from
Commissioner
Tony.
Cronin as chair. Commissioner Garriga as vice
Vice
chair.
chair.
And Michael's last name is Achimov
Close enough.
as secretary.
Great.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
The motion passes.
Gladly, aye.
Just want to say as my first official act that it's not really Batman and Robin. It's more like Simon and Garfunkel, maybe.
I like that.
There you go.
Sounds perfect.
I like that.
Don't they break up?
Many years, guys.
They had a lot of coming,
It hits.
small meets.
Okay. Well, we have no updates on any. We have no resolutions to review and approve. We do not need an executive session, and all that is left this evening is adjournment. Does anyone want to make a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay.
As your last official act as chairman?
It is 7:02 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Time of death 7:02.